Hello again, everybody. It's me again, and I finally decided to make a video about Shiori since, he has finally gotten her 6-star upgrade, her 6-star buff. And it's amazing, can't believe it either. Fun fact, I was actually planning on making a video telling or talking about why she shouldn't have a 6-star upgrade. But I eventually never did it because honestly I couldn't really come up with funny things to say to make her not a suitable character or candidate for a 6-star upgrade. But still got it, of course. It was about time, really. But in any case, let's talk about her 6-star quest now, shall we? I guess I kind of decided to talk about these as well, since I might as well, because probably some people do need some help with these quests. But this one is quite simple. I've tried making a team using only permanent characters. This way, it's more accessible to everybody. I do know some of them are 6-star, but you'll get them eventually. And besides, you can pretty much replace any of these with better options, I'd guess. So yeah. So basically, for this team, for this quest, you'll basically only need a really good tank. That way, a tank that can tank Shiori's attacks and attacks from the minions, because they only really attack the first character, the character in front. Shiori does attack a few other characters, especially with her burst. She attacks the second character closest to her, but it should be fine if you have some amount of defense inside your own team. And besides that, you can also just use some AoE. I used here Mitsuki. She is very good at 6-star. She also reduces some defense. And also, it's good to go with the physical team, since, you do have Shiori on your own team. That way, it helps her a little bit. It can help her damage quite a bit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just make sure you have a good tank, a good attacker, either AoE or single target. AoE might be a little bit easier, but if you do have a single target one, feel free to use that as well. And be sure to have some amount of defense if you see that your tank is not surviving. So yeah, that's about it. And now let's actually talk about how good she actually is. And I'm gonna be honest, I was quite a bit surprised on how good she got. I wasn't expecting her to be this stronger now. She even is being used in clan battle. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but then again, they do have the habit of making the newer characters be useful in clan battle, so but still, she is still very, very good. So let's check her UB now, shall we? Now keep in mind, my Shiori is completely maxed out with her character stories buffs all unlocked. I mean, I don't have the other ones from the other Shioris, but they are not too impactful, so it should be fine. She's completely maxed out in the equipment. She also is at level 299 because I gave her a ring over here, because I might as well, And her unique equipment is pretty much maxed out. Now let's go through her skills now, shall we? Her burst. Now, her burst is very, very good. And I'll tell you why. So, her burst now deals damage to 2 different targets. But the same target can be hit twice. So, this damage over here is pretty much doubled. So, in total, she will deal 400,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a crazy amount of damage. And besides that, she also lowers the target's defense by 60. And this defense reduction also can be doubled if it goes to the same target, because she attacks twice. It's like both of her arrows have the effect, pretty much. Speaking of arrows, why is this called Engross arrow? What? I don't really get it. How do they even choose these names? Like, in any case. And of course, we also have to mention her huge attack buff that lasts 90 seconds? Huh? Wait, I thought it lasted 18 seconds. Wait a second. Let me check something really quick. Let me see on this app I have on my phone. Because I do remember I do remember it not being 90 seconds. Like, what the fuck? Oh. Well then, I guess I misread this. Holy hell, she is... No wonder she is so strong now. Good lord. Okay, she gets this buff that lasts the entire battle. And it's 10,000 attack buff. And, you know, she does actually recover a lot of TP from her other skills. Her first skill recovers 300 TP, and her second skill also recovers 300 TP. And she herself has a very high TP generation rate. So this is gonna stack quite quickly, and you'll notice if you use her, she spams her burst like non-stop. It's kind of ridiculous. So, yeah. They kind of went a little bit too far with her burst, no? It feels a little bit too much. Well, I mean, well, Shiori enjoyers are eating very well today. I mean, when she released, it's not today. I'm a little bit late on this one, that's for sure. I also tested her out on... What is it? This boss over here. And I'll probably be showing some kind of footage. This boss over here. And I'll probably be showing some kind of footage with my testing and the amount of damage she was able to deal. And she passed the test with flying colors. I might say, I will say, she almost reached 100 million damage on the boss, which is very, very good. Usually, if you can reach 100 million on this boss, at least if you're on an end game account, I mean, I'm sure not everyone is like as highest level as I am, but she did very well. She didn't reach exactly 1 million, 100 million, but she was very, very close. So, as I also mentioned on my Kokoro Ranger video, she does pair with her very well. And she also pairs very well with Suzuna, student Suzuna. Which is not surprising, to be honest. She is an archer supporter. I don't really remember what she does, but I do remember, well, I do kind of remember. She buffs people around her, basically, while also dealing a good amount of damage. And yeah, she also gives some buffs that just last the entire battle, which is pretty good. So yeah, pretty much, yeah. So if you have Suzuna, student Suzuna, if you have Ranger Kokoro, where is she? There she is. She also buffs people around her, which is very nice, and she does stay behind on the team, so very close to Shiori. Also, Kokoro does synergize very well with Ames, because Kokoro does give a barrier. That way Ames can give even more TP to Shiori, which is kind of ridiculous. And of course, we cannot forget about Labrista. Incredible physical, honestly the best physical support right now. Christmas June also works quite well with her, especially if you're using other backliners, because her own skill, this skill? Yeah, this skill takes into account the people furthest from June, so usually Ames, because she is the furthest, usually the furthest one from her, and Shiori will stay close to her, so the skill will most likely hit Shiori and Suzuna as well, if you have her on the team. And that's pretty much it. Of course, she does work very well with other attackers. Like, I don't know, for example, who knows, other attackers, the ones I don't remember, like, I guess, like Kokoro Summer, she is very good all around. Right. How could I have forgotten Liberator Nozomi? Of course, also worked very well with her, because she doesn't really have a range. Summer Nozomi could also work very well. Basically, anyone that boosts physical attacks speed, gives her more TP if you want, more critical damage and critical rate, and doesn't depend on an area around the character, the buffer, should just work quite well with Shiori. If the supporter does depend on an area around it itself, of course you need to take that into account and be sure that's close to Shiori. Just like Kokoro, she buffs around herself, but she stays close to Shiori, so it makes a perfect fit. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for Shiori. I hope this was helpful for anyone, and I'll see you guys some other time. Oh, actually, fun fact, before Shiori got her 6-star, setting her was actually a bad idea because she actually dealt less damage, but now you can just set her and it's way more damage. I mean, not really way more damage, but a significant amount. So be sure to set Shiori always. Never unset her. It's very, very, very important, very important. In any case, I'll see you guys next time.